Evening, everybody. BlueMenpachi here again. Take 5, because so many things have been happening right now. I wanted to get my video log channel back onto the ocean awareness train, because the last couple video logs I did were just complete and utter rants and pretty much had nothing to do with the reasoning why I made this video log in the first place. So as you can probably tell by the title up above my head, tonight's video log is about the notorious Styrofoam product. I'm going to answer a couple of questions along the way to keep the video log going. First question is, what is Styrofoam? Styrofoam is a type of plastic. I don't know if it'll focus and if you can read it, but it's known as plastic number 6. It is also known as expanded polystyrene foam. It's used for a bunch of things like packing peanuts, styrofoam cups, bowls, plates. It's used in disposable ice chests. It's also found in things like safety gear, helmets, things like that. So styrofoam is a type of plastic. Second question is, how is it made? I found a really cool video on how styrofoam is made. I'll put it in the description box. But just really quickly, styrofoam is a plastic, and it starts off as a little tiny plastic pellet, and manufacturers will put it through a heating and a cooling process. Whenever they heat up these tiny little pellets, it can actually expand to about 40 or 50 times its original size, and as they heat it and they cool it, they can shape it into whatever form that they want. So that's pretty much how it's made, from this little tiny plastic pellet. Third question is, why is it bad? So this is pretty much the meat part of this video log. Why is it bad? First of all, it's bad for your body. A lot of things like styrofoam cups, bowls, plates, it contains your food, right? It holds your food. Whenever styrofoam is exposed to heat, it actually lets off a type of poison. It actually lets off a kind of neurotoxin. It's bad for your breathing. It's bad for your respiratory system. It can irritate your eyes. It can actually harm parts of your eye. Whenever styrofoam is exposed to a type of heat, it actually lets off a fume. So things like hot coffee, hot soup, whenever you throw it into the microwave to heat up food, it will let off this type of neurotoxin. I've also read that if you're exposed to it for long periods of time, it can actually cause cancer and even kidney problems. So it's really bad for your body. It's really bad for your health. Another reason why it's bad is it's bad for the environment. Styrofoam is a type of plastic. It's a petroleum product. It's made from oil. So it's not exactly sustainable. It's not sustainable. It uses our oil resources, which is not infinite. It's not renewable. Whenever people throw it away, trust me, almost everything and anything that you throw away will find its way to the ocean. I promise you this. Real quick story. I was doing a beach cleanup at Kanaha Beach Park here on Maui, and I was actually able to fill up a Coca-Cola cup, about maybe this big, that I found, with tiny little styrofoam pellets. Like I don't know if you can see it. You can probably see the little pellets that make up this cup. But I was actually able to fill up a Coca-Cola cup full of these little tiny styrofoam pellets. So it gets into the marine ecosystem. As I said earlier, it's a type of plastic. So whenever plastic is exposed to the sun's UV rays for too long, it'll actually go through this process called photodegradation. I did a video on photodegradation, and you can find it in the description box below, so you can go watch that if you want. But like I just said, it goes through photodegradation. It just breaks into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces. It does not biodegrade. It can break down to a point where it even becomes so fine that it turns into a powder. So it's very bad. When this plastic powder, when this plastic product, when these plastic pellets get into the marine and ocean ecosystem, real quick example, fish will mistake these plastic pellets and bits as a food source, so they will ingest it and they will eat it. fish, birds, plankton, certain kinds of plankton, they will mistake it as a food source and they will eat it. People like myself who love eating fish have most likely ingested some type of plastic in some time of their life, because the plastic debris is so abundant right now. There is no way you have not eaten plastic. What else was I gonna say? Because styrofoam is so lightweight and it's almost virtually weightless, it floats around very easily. It can get into almost every single waterway, every single major coastline in this entire planet. So it's a big pollution problem. Remember what I said earlier about how when styrofoam is exposed to any kind of heat, it emits a neurotoxin? So whenever this thing is just floating out there in the ocean, not only is it going through that photodegradation process I told you about, how it breaks into smaller and smaller pieces, but it's also being exposed to light, sun, which is a heat source, so it's also emitting that poison I talked about, that neurotoxin. So it's styrofoam equals bad. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because I don't want to skip anything, you know what I mean? It doesn't biodegrade, it photodegrades, it's very bad, it gets into the food chain, it's not good for your health at all. So I guess this leads up to, I have to sneeze really bad. I guess this leads up to my fourth and final question, which is, what can you do? Because the styrofoam thing, it is a problem. One major thing that you can do, the biggest thing that you can do right now at this point, is just don't buy the product. My mom buys these kinds of products because she doesn't want us to do dishes. She doesn't want us wasting soap. I don't understand. One major thing you can do is just don't buy any styrofoam product at all. Just don't buy it. You as the consumer can choose not to buy. If you go to places like McDonald's or Jamba Juice, or I think Starbucks, I'm not sure if Starbucks has styrofoam cups anymore, but different, like fast food places, restaurants, they'll most likely give you like a doggy bag. It's most likely a styrofoam container. Just ask them if they have an eco-friendly container. I know Outback here, whenever it gives, its doggy bag things, I'm not sure if they still do it, but I'm pretty sure they still do. They give it to you in a tin can with a plastic cover. And here on Maui, it's recyclable. With our 3-can plan, you can bring it home, eat from it, just rinse it out really good, and just put it in your blue recycle bin. Just ask just ask for an eco-friendly container. If you go to places like Jamba Juice, they usually give your smoothie in a styrofoam cup. Just ask them to give it to you in one of their bowls, because their bowls that they have is made of boxboard, which is recyclable. So just always ask for some kind of eco-friendly container, just not a styrofoam product. What else can you do? I've heard that you can write to the manufacturer and ask them not to make styrofoam products anymore. So I'm going to go try and figure that out and see if I can do that. I need to go find out who the distributor and manufacturer of this styrofoam cup is, and I need to go write to them. I heard you can do that. And I had like a quick thought, like, we as the consumer pretty much control what we want made. So all you have to do is, if you don't want the styrofoam product, just don't buy it. Trust me, you don't want this styrofoam product. And here's a couple of reasons why. Styrofoam is a type of plastic. Plastic is petroleum-based product, and it's made from oil. It's wasting our oil resources. You don't want to waste that right now, trust me. Things like your laptop, your cell phone, a video camera, things like anything made of plastic is made from oil. So you don't want to be wasting oil on this crappy little product that you're just going to throw away. Trust me, you don't want to waste that. There are so many more technological advances that we could put oil towards instead of a disposable plastic cup. You know what I mean? I'll try to wrap this up because I don't want to rant on for too long. Oh wait, another quick thing is, Styrofoam isn't recyclable. At least not where I live, anyways. From what I've read so far as well, places where they are recyclable, they cannot be contaminated with a food source. So if I were to put coffee in this thing and drink from it, I wouldn't be able to recycle it anymore because it was contaminated with a food source. Sorry. Things like packing peanuts, packing like foam materials, styrofoam materials, those things can be recycled because they haven't been introduced to any kind of contaminant. Sorry. But things like plate lunches, styrofoam cups, bowls, stuff like that, they can't be recycled anymore because it's been exposed to a food contaminant. So go figure, right? Anyways, I will try to wrap this up because it's already going on 11 minutes. Just don't buy the product. That's all you have to do. Just don't buy it. If you want, write to the manufacturer, tell them to stop making it, and that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a bad thing. Trust me, you don't want this. I don't know why people, I don't even know why this thing exists. It just wastes our oil resources and causes pollution. Go figure. Another really quick rant I wanted to do before this thing, runs out of time. People aren't willing to sacrifice luxury and convenience for safety and sustainability. I don't know why, but I'll say it one more time and try to think about it, okay? People aren't willing to sacrifice luxury and convenience for safety and sustainability. Try to think about that, okay? I don't know if it makes sense, but it makes sense in my head right now for this video log. Check out my description box. I will put all of the videos I explained earlier. Put a bunch of links and things so you can go check it out. Like my Facebook. Check out my my Wix site because it's really cool. And if you like me a lot, then you can hit that subscribe button that's somewhere over here. Yeah. So, anyways, BlueMenpachi out. I'm gonna pull a sup Ricky and say peace to you.